Hello everyone and welcome to another historic video. So today we're going to be taking a look at a Gruul Storm deck that was highly popular in the Alchemy format just a few weeks ago. So I'm trying to see whether or not this deck is actually viable in historic. And there's a good reason why I think it's going to be viable. And that's because we have Llanowar Elf. Compared to that, in Alchemy, they don't have a 1-mana ramp card. So I'll explain why that is very relevant. So let's take a closer look at the deck to see what the deck looks like. So again, this is Gruul Storm. And compared to the Alchemy list, it is actually very similar. But we do have some differences. We don't have Prosperous Innkeeper, for instance. And we also don't have Dina. In Alchemy, they used to combo with Prosperous Innkeeper and Dina to trigger off the enter the battle effect of Grinning Ignis coming down and dealing damage every time Grinning Ignis bounces from your hand to the battlefield. But we don't have that anymore, and that's because we play Reckless Fireweaver, which basically covers that as just a single card instead of 2 cards. If you have Grinning Ignis, being able to create a treasure. Every time you cast Grinning Ignis, Reckless Fireweaver deals 1 damage because it creates a treasure when you cast Grinning Ignis. And there's actually multiple factors why this is actually better than Prosperous Innkeeper plus the Dina combo, and that's because you can't interact with the Grinning Ignis while the Grinning Ignis is coming down. Because there's no enter the battle effect trigger after Grinning Ignis has come down onto the battlefield. So contrary to that, when you play Prosperous Innkeeper with Dina, when Grinning Ignis comes to the battlefield, normally when a creature comes to the battlefield, you can't interact with the card unless there is another ability that is on stack. For instance, if you play Grinning Ignis when there's a Prosperous Innkeeper on the battlefield, the Prosperous Innkeeper enter the battle effect trigger goes off, and the gaining 1 life trigger is on the stack. An opponent then can react to that enter the battle effect trigger, then the opponent can interact with you gaining 1 life and then kill Grinning Ignis that way. But now, the only card that you can kill is Reckless Fireweaver, which is great because you really want Grinning Ignis to live. Since everything in this deck, the combo starts with the Grinning Ignis, so you really have to watch out for Grinning Ignis' safety. But Reckless Fireweaver, on the other hand, it deals damage. Even though it's an enter the battle effect trigger, it only deals damage when an artifact comes onto the battlefield. But since Racketeer Boss gives the ability to create a treasure on cast, so if you give that to Grinning Ignis, when you cast Grinning Ignis, before Grinning Ignis comes onto the battlefield, artifact gets created before Grinning Ignis hits the battlefield, Reckless Fireweaver deals damage, and the only card they can react to is the Reckless Fireweaver. And then if Grinning Ignis hits the battlefield, opponent can't do anything to Grinning Ignis and you can just bounce it back to your hand. So that is one difference compared to the Alchemy version. And second is Grape Shot. So in the Alchemy version, they play Witty Roastmaster, which is a 3-mana card. When a creature enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. So instead of this card, we're playing Grape Shot instead. All you have to do is keep bouncing Grinning Ignis until you have enough Storm, and then you can just kill your opponent that way. So that's another benefit to playing Grape Shot and Reckless Fireweaver compared to things like Prosperous Innkeeper and Witty Roastmaster. But the biggest difference has to be the Llanowar Elf here. What makes Llanowar Elf so special in this deck is because you can go Llanowar Elf into Racketeer Boss and then Grinning Ignis, and then if you have a Grape Shot in your hand, you win the game. So you can win the game on turn 3, whereas in the Alchemy version, the best they can do is you have to have a Racketeer Boss on turn 2, you have to have Witty Roastmaster on turn 3 into Grinning Ignis. And on top of that, opponent cannot have a single piece of removal either. So compared to that, we have Llanowar Elf into Racketeer Boss into Grinning Ignis, or if you don't have Racketeer Boss, you can go Llanowar Elf into Birgi into Grinning Ignis, and then you can Grape Shot for lethal damage. But let's say you don't have Racketeer Boss or Birgi in your hand, then you can go Llanowar Elf into Cabaretti Revels and try to fish for combo pieces using Birgi or Grinning Ignis to get things like Reckless Fireweaver or Racketeer Boss onto the battlefield. And as for the 4 drops, we have Jaxus and Forceful Cultivator that can be played for only 2 mana. So these are 4-mana cards that can be played for 2 mana, which is great because if you have the Cabaretti Revels down on the battlefield, it counts as a 4 mana when you cast it for 2 mana, and then you can fish out for Birgi, Grinning Ignis, or Professional Facebreaker. And to tie all the loose ends together, you do have 4 copies of Professional Facebreaker. So when you don't have combo pieces, but you have infinite mana through double Racketeer Boss onto Grinning Ignis, or Racketeer Boss and a Birgi into Grinning Ignis, then you can create infinite treasures that way, which means that if you have Professional Facebreaker, you can just go through your entire deck to fish out for a Grape Shot. But that's all I have to say about the deck. I'll be jumping into best out of 1 ranked in Historic Q to see how the deck does. And if you guys enjoyed the video so far, leave a like, comment below, and let's hop into some games. I mean, can I keep this? I'm going first. I just need to land Bergie. Okay, I'll land and we win. Land and we win. Land and we win. It's probably a counterspell deck though. Okay, land and we win. Okay, I don't know why opponent has double eliminate in their deck, but you do you. Okay, third time's a charm. Third time's a charm. No more eliminate, please. Opponent. Maybe they get baited by this Racketeer boss. I want them to use their counterspell. Looks like I didn't get there. Okay, so I mean, we have the combo piece. We just need them to use their counterspell so I can like... go off with Grinning Ignis and Grape Shot. Like, this has to be a counterspell, right? It has to be. I don't have enough mana to Grape Shot anyways. With Grinning Ignis, so... let's attack. Yeah, they have another counterspell. No. Okay, I mean, I missed a turn to counterspell anyways, so... I need them to tap out, hopefully. Nice. Got there. Oh my god, we actually won. The sad thing is we have to do this over and over again. I wish I could just reveal that I have a Grape Shot. It's like, hey, I have a Grape Shot. Can you please surrender? Nice, thank you, opponent. I have this card, but it's so slow, man. I'm playing against a pretty fast deck if they have a Giganta. This is probably like Wizard. I don't have anything until turn 3. Doesn't really do anything at the moment. And on top of that, we're going second as well, so... This is a problem, for sure. Please don't kill it. I really need this card alive so I can play this red. Thank God. Oh my God, now I have to make another decision? I have to make another decision whether or not I want to use Cabaret Rebel now. Oh my God, this is so hard. Okay, let's just go with the greed play. Watch me get punished. Please punish me. We can potentially have lethal in 2 turns, but there's a really good chance we might just die, especially going second, right? I might have to use one of the grape shots to kill one of these. No, don't kill it. No! No, dude. Land, please. Green land, please. I mean, that's technically green, but I really need to untap land here so I can play my cultivator. I'm getting so punished for not playing the cultivator, honestly. Like, oh my God. Yeah, honestly, we're kind of dead. We're kind of dead. I don't think anything that we do matters from this point on. Yeah, honestly, that wizard deck is so crazy. It's actually so crazy. It's so fast and so explosive. Yep. I don't think anything that we draw matters at this point. Yeah, okay, yeah. Another Giganta gamer with almost exact same hand as last time. But I'm going first. It's a lot different. What? Bone Crusher Giant for sure. Land? Oh. That'll assist, okay. It's a 4/4, unfortunate. Okay. Do I want to use this treasure? That's why I don't know. I think we have to pass. This kind of sucks right now because they probably have a counterspell up the way they are tapping at the moment. So, of course, we have lethal, but they're not going to allow that. I'm going to do this. Let's see if they get baited by doing this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, do I have lethal? So I play the Grinning Ignis. Right, I have lethal. I attack with Professional Facebreaker, right? I have 3 mana right now. And if I attack, I have 4 mana. Actually, I have lethal now. Right? Every time I cast it, I have Bergie up. Yeah. So we got there. We fooled our opponent. So their deck only plays Portable Hole as their removal spell, and this as their counter spell. They actually can't kill Bergie. Right now we have 9 damage. Fourteen damage. 16, 17. Oh my god, thank god for Bone Crusher Giant, man. Oh my god. And there we go. Mulligan. I keep. Just don't have removal spell for Llanowar. Please. I beg you. All in on this Llanowar, literally. Please. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't kill it. They always have a Burning Tree Emissary on turn 2 from a Kumano. And they always have a Bone Crusher Giant. How is this? How do they always have that? How? I don't get it. How is that curve fair? And it always happens. I don't get it. Like, really, I don't think I've ever seen them not have that curve. Okay. Hit another Bone Crusher Giant. So how do I win? How do I win this from this position? I guess I have to put on some pressure if I want to win. I can't just turn 3 Cavalry Rebel and then pass a turn. Robber of the Rich. Double Robber of the Rich. That's so good. I wish I can play this and something else here, but I can't. I literally can't. I can't play 2 things, huh? Actually, I can if I play this. I have to. I can't go this. There's no way I can. There's actually no way. And should I Bone Crusher Giant now? I think I have to. That is a rogue. Don't attack. Block. 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 Oh my god. We might have a chance. We might have a chance. I think we just need to aggro them down, just attack, start attacking with everything we got, and then try to end the game that way. Yeah, we just need to go in. So they're gonna sacrifice one of their Ramona Bruins. We go down to 4. Their burn spells are Bone Crusher Giant and Ramona Bruins. They've already used 2 Bone Crusher Giants, right? No, they only used 1. Oh my god. If we got Grinning Ignis there, we would have won the game, I think. This? They can't kill this? This is only 2 damage, right? I need like 2, 3, 4 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'll hold that back. Okay. Maybe I should just... We're at the end step. Okay, so final turn. Okay, we won. We actually won. Going second. Block. Yeah, they're dead. We actually beat a mono red that went Kumano first into Burning Tree Bone Crusher Giant. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Okay, we have lethal in hand. This is a turn 3 lethal. If we get one more land. No, wait. Do we just win? Yeah, we just won. This is a turn 3 lethal. If our Llanowar Elf doesn't die. And if our Bergie doesn't die. Okay, Bergie. Everything's on you. You have to survive. There's no way they play Lightning Strike, right? There's no way. No chance. You cannot be playing Lightning Strike in a Historic. That does actually stop it though. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. That is kind of annoying. Okay, we won. We won. This deck is broken when you can do this. Now for the waiting game. Okay. Something that I don't understand. How come it was like Storm 20 but it did 22 damage? Shouldn't it deal 21 damage? Maybe I just miscounted? Oh no, it says 21 Storm. Never mind. Maybe I just miscounted. This hand is not that good. Even though you got Bone Crusher Giant, I'm playing against a Giganta deck, and Giganta means that they probably play Wizards, right? I think this hand is only good if you went if you went Llanowar Elf first. So this hand isn't that great. Hopefully opponent doesn't have land and we can leverage off of that. It's like they've just found a land. This is probably Wizard's Lightning. Not really in a good spot. This is why I think Bone Crusher Giant is pretty bad in this best out of one format. Because this is like one of the most popular decks out there, the Wizard deck. And because I didn't go Llanowar Elf first into the Rebel, yeah, we shouldn't have even kept this hand at all. This is a game. Can't win. That deck is so brutal, honestly. Like, it's just so brutal. Like, what do you even do? God damn it. I got Llanowar Elf. Llanowar Elf, you're supposed to show up on turn 1, not now. Yeah, I feel like we really need that another 1 mana Ram card. Like, Elvish Mystic. That's what we need in this format. We need Elvish Mystic to solve it all. Yeah, we knew that they had a Wizard's Lightning. Yeah, so this deck is incredibly hard to beat if you don't go Llanowar Elf first. Yeah, if everybody's playing Wizards, I don't think you can play this deck. We actually have a turn 3 win, but we're going second, so have a really good chance we'll just lose. But that's a really slow start that they did. Okay, so what are the chances that we'll win next turn? I hope they don't kill Llanowar Elf. I intentionally tapped the Llanowar Elf so that like they ignore it. It's like a trick. It's like, hey, my Llanowar Elf is tapped. You shouldn't kill it. I really need that Llanowar Elf. Yeah, look, they're hovering over Racketeer boss right now. Nice! We got there! Even though we went second... So they didn't go Reckless Charge into that stupid 1-mana 0/3 creature, right? That's how we won. This one's a little bit more tedious because you have to sacrifice a treasure every time. Okay, we got there. On that note, let's close it up. Okay, so let's do a wrap up real quick. So, what did I think about this deck? It was actually okay. I thought it was going to be a little bit better, but it was okay. We went 8-4, which is respectable, but I think the deck really requires Elvish Mystic, which is going to come sometime sooner or later. Since it's a Pioneer staple. And if they do bring it to Pioneer, Historic is also going to get it. So if we have another Llanowar Elf in this deck, so we have 4 copies of Llanowar Elf here, and then we will get 4 copies of Elvish Mystic, right? I think then the deck will be a little bit more consistent. Because the biggest strength of this deck, right, is by going turn 3 Grape Shot. So this is Grape Shot, it's a Japanese art. So if we go Llanowar Elf into either Racketeer Boss or into Bergie, then you go Graining Ignis into Grape Shot, you have Lethal. So that is the biggest strength. So now, because of Racketeer Boss, you have 2 routes, right? Yeah, you have Racketeer Boss and Bergie into Graining Ignis. So that's really great. But especially with the addition of the Cavalry Rebel, so with the addition of this card, now you can go Llanowar Elf into Cavalry Rebel, and then you can Graining Ignis to a bunch of other creatures. Now, I'm not sure if Reckless Fireweaver is that good, because the only way for Reckless Fireweaver to proc is if the Graining Ignis had Racketeer Boss attached to it. So maybe there is some better combo out there, but I wasn't very too impressed with Reckless Fireweaver, but I think that's all we got. It's definitely better than Woody for sure, just because it's a 2 mana, since if you play Graining Ignis, you can pull out a Reckless Fireweaver. So that's really good. Jexus, also a really good card with Racketeer Boss. If you already have a Racketeer Boss on your hand, then you can make another Racketeer Boss with Jexus. So this card is good. So the only cards that I'm really like on the fence about are like maybe like these two. Do we need these cards? I think the answer is yes for the Reckless Fire Weaver, even though I'm not really like too excited about this card. The format is so fast. Like I played against in 12 games we played against 4 wizard decks. So just to put that into perspective, that deck has a lot of 3 toughness creatures which we cannot deal with our Bone Crusher Giant. And that deck happens to be incredibly fast, so if you don't start with Llanowar Elf, we're kind of screwed. And that's why we really need Elvish Mystic. So aside from that, I think the deck was fine. I still think Racketeer Boss is going to get nerfed, just because of Alchemy. In that Alchemy format, Racketeer Boss is a little bit too strong right now. But yeah, thanks for watching. That's all I have to say about the deck. And I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye.